Right now, an overnight vote in Washington that cuts $9 billion. What it could mean for your local TV and radio stations.
Plus, a dramatic ending to a Mount Horeb family's trip. How they escaped the Grand Canyon fires.
And a chance for some deals and support some local businesses. We'll have what you need to know about Maxwell Street days.
Well, good Friday morning, and thanks for waking up with us. Today is Friday, July 18th.
You get that Friday feeling today?
You know what? You know, it's my Tuesday, so not really.
I will say this, you've got kind of a Friday feel every day. You just bring that spark and positivity. Chris. Just walking around like it's always, you know,
it's always a good day to have a good day. There we go. And I'm sharing that with you guys.
Well, in the news today, the National Weather Service is expected to continue assessing the damage from Wednesday's severe weather. And
yesterday, they rated 4 tornadoes that touched down. 3 of the tornadoes, which were spotted near Hustiford, Beaver Dam, and Mazomanie, have been rated as EF0. Now, the tornado that touched down in Dodgeville is determined to be an EF1, and more ratings are expected in the coming days.
All right, this morning it is chilly. It's feeling like fall out there, Savannah. I mean, right. It's feeling like fall.
Scary. I'm covering my ears. I can't hear it.
Oh, but
I know.
For real, I mean, we're in the 50s. Take a look at those temperatures.
Yeah, in all seriousness, it is cold. You'll probably want the jacket. I just said the word cold. This feels cold for this time of year.
It's all
we're
relative,
sitting in exactly. We're sitting in mid-July, and we've got temperatures that are in the 40s across some of the area. 49 only this morning in Middleton, 51 at the airport. Significantly warmer, though, areas up near La Crosse. They're actually starting close to the 60-degree mark. So not necessarily a big temperature gradient, but there are a couple of warm spots, and there are some places that are waking up only in the upper 40s. That's across areas like the Dells, Black River Falls, Fond du Lac, Manitowoc. We will see, though, temperatures a little bit warmer than yesterday. We only had areas top out in the upper 60s, lower 70s, couple of mid 70s. That was mostly northwest of Madison, but everyone will at least see the mid to upper 70s. Perhaps a couple of 80s to come. And then we've got storm chances that are going to return. Most of the day today dry and partly sunny. Once we get to tonight, we're expecting some storms. Not expecting widespread severe weather today or tomorrow, but we'll time out what Future Track shows, when you can expect those storms to move in, what threats we could see, and how much rain's expected too.
All right, Savannah, thank you. To your top stories this morning, a bill to cut funding for foreign aid and public broadcasting is now headed to the president's desk.
Overnight, the House passed the president's bill to slash $9 billion in future spending. Those cuts include the full amount that the Corporation for Public Broadcasting would have received in the next 2 years, which is over $1 billion. More than 2/3 of that money would have been given to locally operated TV and radio stations. The president of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting called the cuts, said that the cuts would have a profound, lasting negative consequence for every American. The White House says that the public media system is politically biased and an unnecessary expense. Meanwhile, cuts to foreign aid include an economy-boosting program for developing nations.
CBS News is ending the Late Show with Stephen Colbert next May. Colbert delivered the news last night during his taping, saying, "This is all just going away." The show's parent company, Paramount, is merging with Skydance Media, and it recently settled a lawsuit with President Trump. Colbert is an outspoken Trump critic. CBS says the cancellation was a financial decision and not related to the show's performance or content.
Attorney General Pam Bondi visiting Alcatraz Island in the wake of President Trump calling for its rebuilding. The Pryor prison is now a national park and popular tourist destination. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the idea is a waste of time and taxpayer money. The U.S. Bureau of Prisons said Alcatraz closed in the 60s because it cost 3 times more to run that facility than other federal prisons.
Now to an update on the Dodgeville woman who went missing earlier this week. Law enforcement are now confirming that authorities found her body in the backseat of her car in Nebraska. Dorinda Segebrecht and her car were not in her home as of Tuesday. Nebraska State Patrol spotted the car in Lincoln on Wednesday. Segebrecht was not the driver. It was 23-year-old Gavin Thompson of Dodgeville. He led law enforcement on a chase that ended with a crash and left the scene, and authorities discovered the body. Thompson is in custody in Nebraska, facing several charges, including first-degree intentional homicide.
Tomorrow, flags will fly at half-staff to honor Terry and David Pabst. Their 25-year-old son killed the couple in Middleton earlier this month. Terry was a special educator at Thoreau Elementary in Madison. David served as a member of the Wisconsin State Patrol for more than 38 years.
A dramatic ending to a family trip to the Grand Canyon as crews from Arizona work to contain 2 major fires burning, and they also had to evacuate those visitors.
Yeah, among those evacuees was a Mount Horeb family. Russ Christian had plans to take his kids hiking through the Grand Canyon, but just hours after they got there, they heard the National Park Service at their door. A ranger told them to hike out because that the fire had made its way to a water treatment plant. The fire ended up releasing some chlorine gas into the air, which can be really toxic even at low levels. But as they started to pack for a 10-mile hike back up, another ranger told them they had to get out of there by helicopter.
I was honestly really excited to ride the helicopter, but I knew that my brother was really nervous.
Because I didn't know if it was an immediate danger and I didn't want to be separated from my dad.
The National Park Service did a great job. Needless to say, I'm glad they prioritized getting people out, especially and including our family.
We made the best of it, so it was fine.
Fires in the Grand Canyon have now burned more than 90 square miles combined, along with dozens of structures, including the park's historic lodge. Officials know that lightning caused the fire, which are now spreading due to winds and low humidity.
Right now, the city of Madison must decide the additional steps they should take after the Wisconsin Election Commission found the former city clerk broke several election laws. The findings come after nearly 200 ballots were left uncounted during the November election. In a 5-1 vote, the WEC accepted a report finding that Mary Beth Witzel-Bell violated 5 election laws. The report does not recommend prosecutors press charges. They say instead the investigation is meant to find out what happened and make sure it never happens again. The commission has given the city until August 7th to respond. The WEC will vote a week later on additional steps.
Bottoms up, a Madison brewery is celebrating after securing big wins at a national championship. Flick's Brewhouse Madison took home 2 medals for their beverages at the 2025 U.S. Open Beer Championship. They netted a silver for their 10-day Scottish ale and the big gold for their Tangerine Saison. Over their 11 locations in 6 states, the Brewhouse took home 16 medals. Each location is judged independently. The championship draws thousands of entries every year. Congratulations.
Well, cheers to Flick's Brewhouse.
Way to go. Happening now, Maxwell Street Days summer sidewalk sale is taking over Madison.
And this year, the event is celebrating 50 years of great bargains. 55 businesses are selling goods ranging from clothing and jewelry to artwork and gifts. Attendees can also get food from State Street and Capitol Square, shops and restaurants. Organizers say there's a mix of excitement and stress from shop owners.
It goes both ways. So some of us love it. Like there's the people, the extroverts that are like, yay, it's busy. We get to be outside and talk to everybody and sell stuff and have fun. And we provide lunch and stuff. And then there's other people who are like, oh, it's so much work. I can't wait till it's over. So it goes both ways. I look forward to it every year. So.
There are also several new activities this year, including a band tomorrow night and free face painting on Sunday. Our Josh Sprider will have all the details on what you need to know to enjoy the shopping spree coming up in the 608.
It's such a cool Madison event, you know, getting everybody outside, especially when the weather's nice. You go out there on Maxwell Street Days and score some deals. I mean, a lot of those places, they do some pretty deep discounts.
Giant garage sale, and I mean, I'm a shopper. Somebody hold me back. Let's check in with Savannah Brito. What's the weather going to be like? Is it a nice day for a shop?
It will be as a whole once we get to later. These were the highs that we reached yesterday. We had a lot of areas that were sitting east and south of Madison that only topped out in the upper 60s. That was expected. We topped out at 71, a little warmer to the northwest. This is what we're waking up with this morning, though. It's definitely comfortable, but a little bit of a chilly start. 51 in Madison. We do have a lot of 40s out there. It was 49 right now in Middleton, 49 in the Dells, 48 in Camp Douglas, 52 in Janesville. La Crosse, kind of one of the outliers. They're close to the 60-degree mark this morning. We've got a gorgeous sunrise and temperatures that will top out in the upper 70s. We'll talk about how long that'll stick around and when we could see some near 90-degree temperatures return to southern Wisconsin.
All right, talk to you then. Coming up in your morning sports, a massive NFL payday for a former Badger, TJ Watt's new contract.
And it's Friday morning, which means we are working for the weekend in the 608. I'll have your 3 things to do when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
6:12 on your Friday. We are working for the weekend in the 608.
Josh Brider is here now with your weekend planner. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Another big weekend of events across southern Wisconsin. Here are my 3 things to do this weekend. We start with Maxwell Street Days. You were talking about it a little bit earlier. Downtown Madison businesses are excited for the return of the summer sidewalk sale tradition taking place along the full length of State Street. Folks can enjoy those deep discounts, expanded outdoor cafe, dining experiences, live music, and special activities. It runs 9 to 6 every day, closing 1 hour earlier on Sunday. State Street will be closed to bus and bike traffic during these times as well. This is the 48th year of that event. Also happening all weekend is the Dane County Fair. This is at the Alliant Energy Center. The family-friendly event has free concerts, entertainment, and great food, of course, along with animals and adventure. The fair has a rich history dating back to 1851. And finally, a unique event happening Saturday. We're talking about the 10th annual Community Firefly Hike. This is hosted by the Get Kids Outside team. This is at Indian Lake County Park in Cross Plains from 7:30 to 10 p.m. Organizers say attendees can experience the magic of fireflies on a hot summer night in Wisconsin. For more happenings this weekend in the 608, just go to channel3000.com. We have had a ton of fireflies in our backyard this summer. I don't know what it is, if it's just been the heat and humidity, but more than I remember in years past, there's just something like kind of magical about that.
Oh, yes.
So I can see the fireflies being a big deal for the family too, getting the kids out there.
Absolutely.
My kids are just, they're flabbergasted whenever they see fireflies and they're out and they want to capture them all and, you know, do the whole thing with the jars and the paper and like put stuff in there for them to eat and everything. But yeah, you're right. They're pretty active this season, and what a cool opportunity to get the family out and check them out.
Yeah, big time. And that's such a beautiful county park too to be able to see.
Well, definitely a bunch of things to do. Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
Josh is always looking for cool, inspirational stories to share in the 608. If you have an idea for him, reach out and let him know about it.
Time now 6:14. Let's check in with Savannah Brito.
Good morning. Might want a jacket before heading out. Our temperature is down to 51 now at the airport, 50 in Watertown. There are a lot of areas waking up to the 40s, 49 in the Dells, 48 in Black River Falls. We do have higher humidity levels this morning, meaning our dew points are not far behind our temperatures. Those are comfortable though, but leading to some patchy fog this morning. 4 miles is what we're down to. That's visibility in Janesville, 7 in Madison. Western Dane County is seeing a little bit more of that dense fog continue to spread east, not reaching the city of Madison quite yet. Lone Rock and Boscobel now down to 0 miles, mineral points at 7, Platteville at 5. The fog's going to lift by mid-morning. Our temperature is slowly starting to rise out there. Our dew point exactly as far as the temperature goes, 51 at the airport, 49 in Watertown. That's why we've got that fog, because that is leading to high humidity levels all across southern Wisconsin for the most part this morning, especially Madison and west. Can't rule out a couple of spotty showers west of Madison, maybe a few storms. We're not expecting widespread severe weather. Could be a different story overnight into tomorrow, as a line is going to move out of Iowa and Minnesota into central and southern Wisconsin, as well as northern Illinois. That was 4 in the morning, now showing 9 a.m. By mid-morning, that's expected to affect a lot of the area. But then the good news is by late morning, that should move out of here. This is a look at almost lunchtime now, or a little bit after that. Doesn't mean we can't see additional storms fire up in the afternoon and evening tomorrow. That's also something that we're watching. Overall, there's a slight risk for most of southern Wisconsin. We will see a decent amount of rainfall out of this, so not only gusty winds, maybe hail, but also heavy rain going to be the threat. Most of us are looking about 1/4 up to 1/2 an inch of rain, but some places, mainly west, where you see this swath of purple and red that's out in Iowa, that's areas that could see upwards of 1, 1.5, maybe even 2 inches of rainfall. A couple areas kind of near the Mississippi, Prairie du Chien could see a little bit more than that. Weekend forecast, Saturday definitely the stormier of the days, also warmer. It'll be a little cooler after that next cold front knocks us down a bit into Sunday. 78 will have lighter winds and partly sunny skies. Next week's looking very stormy Monday through Friday. Each day we have additional storm chances. Some of those could be on the stronger side as well.
For the first time in a long time, Wisconsin men's basketball invited the media out yesterday to watch a summer practice. And what jumped out to me right away is that the old guard is gone. Guys like John Blackwell, Nolan Winter, and Jack Janicki are officially the team's veterans. Now, it's only Jack's second season playing for the Badgers and his third year with the team, but in today's college landscape, that is a lifetime, a life that Greg Gard is happy to live.
I called my mom the other day and I felt like I've been here for 5 years just because no one's been here that long. I know what to expect here and I know how to veer guys in the right direction. You know, I'm starting to feel like a little bit of an old head, but I'm not even 21 yet.
We've had so many of those guys over the years, you know, Gosser, Showalter, that have done little things that impact winning that are really, really important. And Jack's another one of those guys that has those type of traits, just understands what it takes to win.
To the pro ranks where Damian Lillard is headed home. Yesterday, he signed a 3-year, $42 million deal to return to the Portland Trailblazers, where he will spend the next year rehabbing that torn Achilles. Between Milwaukee and Portland, he'll make $141 million over the next 2 years. And the dreams of T.J. Watt coming to Green Bay, at least for now, are gone. After sitting out the team workouts, the Steelers found common ground with the Badger great, giving him $123 million over the next 3 years. That makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. A couple of days before the Northwoods League Home Run Challenge, Nightmare star Emma Kavanaugh told me she wasn't losing any sleep. Her only concern, in fact, was having a good pitcher. So you can understand my confusion when I got there on Tuesday to see her dad pitching to her. Emma had a monstrous performance, nailing 9 home runs and finishing as the event's runner-up. But as it turns out, she found out the day of that she got to pick her pitcher. And the experience that she and her dad, Tom, had together was better than first place.
I actually got to pick. I got the text saying we were allowed to pick, and I was like, oh, you got to come to the game then, Dad, because I don't think I'd want anybody else but him. It's been 15 years of his front toss, so it was great. I felt like that's exactly what I needed.
I've sat and watched her do amazing things. It's been a treat to watch her whole life growing up and the rest of my kids, but to be part of it's amazing, and Madison's been awesome supporting all the teams, so it's been a special experience.
To the golf links for the final golf major of the year. The second round underway as we speak. We'll show you highlights of yesterday's first round, which belonged to Jacob Olesen. The 26-year-old from Denmark did his thing, including holing out on this insane chip. And Scotty Scheffler, of course, did his thing too. Olesen tied for the lead after day one at 4 under. That's your morning sports fix. Have a fantastic Friday.
You too, Andrew. Still ahead, we put different sour candies to the test for Sour Candy Day.
And coming up in our next half hour, the music of Coldplay in Madison. This weekend, Coldplay's in Madison. We'll tell you everything you need to know about those local road closures.
And before we head to break, here are your gas prices. We're back right after this. All right, we're back. Linda sharing her morning with us. She knows the way to my heart. Boy,
you love a good barn.
She sure does. Look at that.
That's a good-looking barn.
It sure is.
Linda, thank you so much. Hope you're having a great day. All right, Michelle Renee has her mouth full.
She's trying one of the candies because it's National Sour Candy Day, right?
It's National Sour Candy Day. That is the truth, and we are doing a little test today, a little ranking of what's the sourest.
We got a smorgasbord of sour candies. So we're gonna try them out. We're testing them on sourness or yumminess.
Sourness this time.
Sourness. So which one is a sour? We're gonna start with Sour Patch Kids Sour. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I like Sour Patch.
I like it. It's not too sour. Pretty good.
It's doable.
Next is the Gushers. Super Gushers. This is super sour, not just regular sour. Yeah.
I like that.
I think it's a little too sour. I don't like that inside of that one. Mine was red. I don't know what color you guys had.
The texture's a little weird for me.
Yeah. I haven't had Gushers in years.
All right, what's next?
Next
Kristen's
is the
favorite.
Sour Punch, yes.
Oh, gosh.
We keep zooming in because I want you guys to see the full reaction of the ones who don't like the sour.
I got watermelon.
It's just
This one's good.
So that was better than the Gusher, but still.
What?
I'm just not a sour person.
Really?
You don't like it?
But I like
that
the
one a
sugar
lot.
because I'm the sweet.
Oh,
So it's like that's
aftertaste.
where it's
Okay,
getting me a
okay.
little bit.
Well, so far for me,
Okay.
ranking of the sourest is the Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah, I would say so.
The Kid and then the Punch.
These are hard to chew.
They're extremely hard to chew.
Ooh, good joke. That one's not
The last
sour at
one's
all.
not bad.
It's not too sour, but you know what? This one is only ranked on the green sour, so I wasn't expecting too much. So for me, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4.
all right. There we go. Happy National Sour Candy Day, everybody.
Solid breakfast.
Solid
After
breakfast. Enjoy.
This morning, close to home, how a News 3 Now meteorologist was able to keep forecasting when a tornado was headed right for his family.
Plus, new developments in the push to release the Jeffrey Epstein files and the new article that has the president threatening to sue the publisher.
And Madison preparing for a busy weekend. We'll have the road closures to watch out for if you're headed downtown. Good Friday morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Michelle Renee Quinn, filling in for Kyrian Lee.
Well, today the National Weather Service will be out. They will be assessing, some of the damage from Wednesday's storms.
Yes, we had severe storms and weather, and they rated 4 tornadoes that touched down. 3 of those tornadoes, which were spotted near Hustiford, Beaver Dam, and Mazomanie, have been rated as EF0. The tornado that touched down is determined to be an EF1, and that was in Dodgeville. Now, we are expecting more ratings to come in the following days.
One tornado in Dodgeville literally hit close to home for our first warned weather team. Take a look at this damage near the home of meteorologist Blaze Keller's family. While he was on the air and online covering the tornadoes, he started to see those reds and greens on the wind tracker, which indicates a rotation couplet going right over where his mother lived.
I'm going to text my mom and let her know. Yep. She was like, Blaze, we're in the basement. We're watching you and Alex right now. You got to get back on TV. And I said, I know. I just need to make sure that you're okay. And she said, yes, we're fine. Get back on TV.
I knew he had a lot more people to warn. You know, I was warned. Once he warned, I took heed and we went downstairs.
Well, get this. Blaze saw the damage for the first time on the air. News 3 Now Live at 4. Both Blaze and his mother incredibly thankful that it was just trees that they are picking up now.
I think that's every meteorologist's worst scare or the thing that they hope never happens, especially when they have to go on air and warn their families, not only everybody else but their families too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we're waking up to cool weather this morning. That's a big story. Might want to grab a jacket before heading out. Temperatures right now are in the 40s across some of southern Wisconsin. Most of us are in the lower to mid 50s. We'll see the 70s. We had the lower 70s, upper 60s, lower 70s yesterday, and today upper 70s are going to return. We are expecting partly sunny skies. Could see a few storms west of Madison today. This is the outlook for tomorrow. Most of southern Wisconsin yet again under a slight risk. The difference between this and what we had on Wednesday, there's no tornado threat. Strong winds, hail, and then mainly heavy rain. That's what we could see tomorrow. And then things are really heating up. A look at into next week. We turn stormy, very active, and then also very, very warm. We'll talk about which days we could flirt with almost 90-degree temperatures again.
All right. Thanks, Savannah. Now to some new developments in the push to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. President Trump has asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to get authorization from the court to release grand jury testimony in the case.
Bondi says the DOJ could make the request as soon as today, and approval could take some time. This as controversy grows over the files on the convicted sex offender. On social media last night, Trump wrote that the decision was, quote, based on the ridiculous amount of publicity given to Jeffrey Epstein. The president added that, quote, this scam perpetuated by the Democrats should end right now. Overnight, President Donald Trump also blasted a Wall Street Journal article that claims he sent Epstein a body note for his 50th birthday featuring a doodle of a naked woman. Online, Trump called out the letter fake, writing it's not the way he talks and he doesn't draw pictures. He's threatening to sue the paper, its parent company News Corp, and Rupert Murdoch.
In Milwaukee, the man suspected of snatching a 7-year-old boy now faces kidnapping charges. The abduction happened last Friday outside the boy's father's house, triggering a statewide Amber Alert. Suspect Corey Williams says the original plan was to rob the child's mother. Williams has been charged with 3 felonies for being the driver. His alleged accomplices have yet to be charged.
In Waukesha, the woman who stabbed a classmate to please the fictional character Slender Man could be released early next month. Morgan Geyser will be released from the Winnebago Mental Health Institute. That's after spending the last 7 years there. She will move into a group home outside the Waukesha and Milwaukee area.
Right now, an animal neglect case underway on Madison's southwest side. Police carried out a search warrant yesterday on Gilbert Road after a dog was found dead at the property. A neighbor told us that she saw 14 dogs being taken from the home alive.
We've reported many times about this house and dog fights and just a lot of different things going on where it's been reported before to police and animal control. And they honestly told us that they couldn't really do anything unless there was a body. So now there's a body.
Police say there is no threat to the community.
In other news this morning, this weekend, if you're attending the Coldplay concert or just driving downtown, there will be some road closures. Monroe Street will be closed between Regent Street and Randall Avenue starting at 8 tomorrow. It will reopen at around 3 a.m. on Sunday. Parts of Regent Street will be closed for approximately 1 hour after the concert from around 11 p.m. to midnight. Temporary on-street parking restrictions will be in place like we see for a UW home football game, and you can find a full list of those closures at channel3000.com. The concert starts at 6 and is set to end around 11.
Other events going on this weekend will also lead to some road closures beginning in just about an hour. State Street and the adjacent block of North Henry will close until Sunday at 6 p.m. That's for Maxwell Street days. And on Madison's west side, a couple of roads will be closed for Opera in the Park. South Rosa Road and South Hill Drive along Garner Park will close this Saturday between 5 and 11:30 p.m. All right, time to give away a 4-pack of tickets to watch the Madison Mallards.
All you have to do is tune in to News 3 Now This Morning, which you're doing right now, and watch for a question of the day, then answer online at channel3000.com.
Today's question, kind of a softball. Which Madison Park is the duck pond in? That's a good... Yep.
Good question.
Feel like people
Simple
should know
question.
this one.
So go ahead and log on. All you have to do is submit that answer. It's channel3000.com/contests. You'll be entered to win a 4-pack of those tickets for next week's game on Friday.
Mallard's always a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Happening at the Duck Park. They got stuff for the whole family there. They make it a big event and some good baseball, nonetheless.
Absolutely, and some good baseball. Now let's check in with meteorologist Savannah Brito. Can we get a little tease? Is there a good forecast for next Friday if those people want to win those tickets?
You know, most of next week's looking pretty stormy. We've got storm chances across southern Wisconsin Monday through Friday next week. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. 51 in Madison. Most of southern Wisconsin waking up to comfortable but cooler temperatures than the last several mornings. There's a couple of 40s, 49 in Fond du Lac, 48 in Camp Douglas, close to 60 still this morning, though, in La Crosse. Everyone's going to see at least the upper 70s. Starting out with mostly sunny skies, we do have some lower visibilities, mainly in the Boscobel and La Crosse areas, also just directly west in general of Madison. Those are going to come up within the next couple of hours, and then we are expecting some storm chances to return. More on that coming up.
All right, thanks, Savannah. Ahead on your health news, could the way you are impact the way you work out? What the experts have to say.
And we're in the 608 this morning as we're working for the weekend on a Friday morning. I'll have your 3 things coming up.
You're watching News 3 Now This Morning. Moving forward.
6:40 here on your Friday. In health news this morning, President Donald Trump has chronic venous insufficiency, according to the White House. The press secretary says that's why his ankles sometimes look swollen. Doctors say the condition isn't overly concerning, so as long as it doesn't lead to or indicate more serious issues, and the White House says that Trump's medical team tested for those extensively and found nothing. Experts say Trump's age is a risk factor. Medication is a possible treatment. Doctors recommend lifestyle changes for the president and elevating his legs and compression socks.
Right now, Dane County is under an overdose spike alert, but the public health department says it doesn't know what's causing the spike. Within a single day this month, Dane County EMS responded to 5 overdoses. Experts say laced drugs could be a cause. They recommend testing drugs with strips available in harm reduction vending machines across the county. You can also take a free and easy step to keep your community safe by keeping opioid overdose reversal drugs on you like Narcan. That's what one local addiction medicine specialist recommends.
It's just such a safe medicine. It's so easy to administer. I do think it makes sense. I carry it in my backpack. I keep some in my purse.
It's important to know the signs of an overdose before administering Narcan. Look out for slow breathing, rattling, or no breathing at all. And keep an eye on fingertips and lips because they can turn blue. You can find naloxone at those harm reduction vending machines or online.
Well, nobody wants to think about it, but the end of summer is going to be here before you know it. That means back to school season, and health experts say you should make your kids to make sure that your kids are protected. Experts say it takes a couple of weeks for children to build up immunity after immunizations. Developing that immunity before school starts can reduce the risk of the child contracting preventable diseases during the school year.
Well, listen to this. When it comes to fitness, how you move may depend on who you are. New research reveals your personality could predict your perfect workout.
So researchers looked at 5 different personality traits: extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and openness. Dr. Flaminia Rancho with University College London says personality plays a powerful role in how and whether we exercise.
People who are quite conscientious had a very well-rounded fitness. They don't skip leg day. You know, they do everything that they're supposed to do because they know they have to do it. Whereas the extroverts were incredibly fit on the endurance side, but they didn't score that well on strength because they just did what they enjoyed. They're drawn to what stimulates them.
Research also found that people who scored highly in neuroticism had a significant reduction in stress after working out. Dr. Rancha adds that it's important to note that personality traits can overlap and that tapping into personality could help chart a course that sticks. What do you think about this?
I think this is why I liked Zumba so much in college.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think the one thing I could always stick to outside of like cheerleading and water polo practice was Zumba. And I loved it. So I love to dance and I would consider myself an extrovert. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And then there's Savannah. Savannah's at the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Quite
She
a bit.
never skips leg day. I'm sure of it.
Imagine skipping leg day.
So what this means you're very conscientious,
There we
right?
go.
Yeah, and it's a good way to like improve your mental health just because, you know, you exercise and then it just lowers your stress overall. But you might want a jacket before heading out this morning, and we're waking up to lower visibilities. That's a big weather story. Down to 4 miles in Janesville, 7 in Madison. We do have a lot of southern Wisconsin waking up to 10, but there is much more dense of fog near Boscobel and Lone Rock. Both of those areas are down to just a 1/4 mile of visibility, but past mid-morning, not expecting that fog to stick around. We are waking up to very low temperatures right now, just in comparison to where we've sat the last several mornings. 51 at the airport, 52 in Watertown, 54 in Lone Rock, 48 in Camp Douglas. A lot of us woke up to the upper 40s, now rising into those lower to mid 50s now at this point in time. Also a difference, the humidity that's going to return, not necessarily this morning. Those dew points are in the upper 40s, lower 50s, some mid 50s right now. But those are going to rise, especially overnight into Saturday. That's when they could top out above 70 again. Not as bad Sunday or Monday. We come down sort of closer to those comfortable dew points, but then they increase again for Tuesday and Wednesday. It's going to be a stormy week next week. We do have daily storm chances Monday through Friday. So as far as what to expect today for storm chances, there could be a few west of Madison, but we're mainly looking at after midnight into early Saturday morning. We could see a couple. This is about 4 in the morning near La Crosse at this point in time, Black River Falls, and then most of that by about 8, 9 in the morning. So mid-morning tomorrow is expected to move into most of southern Wisconsin, kind of the heart of the area. That's out by lunchtime, but additional showers and storms remain in the forecast, potentially in the afternoon and evening again tomorrow. Could see some strong winds, hail, and also heavy rain. The tornado threat, though, that's south and east of even the city of Chicago, so we don't have that threat, luckily, as we head into tomorrow. Expecting a lot of rain, though, from this, especially in that blue and purple, so north and also west of Madison. Those places, Boscobel, Lone Rock, Mineral Point, Platteville, the Dells, could pick up to about an inch, inch and a half, maybe even 2 inches of rain. We're probably looking at about a quarter up to 3/4 of an inch here in Madison, and then areas east and south of Madison. 82 on Saturday, 78 on Sunday, and then, yeah, we've got that stormy week Monday through Friday. Each day next week could be tracking some stronger storms. I'm watching that Tuesday, Wednesday time frame right now, and look at those temps. 87 Tuesday, 90 again on Wednesday. So, yeah, we had a false fall day yesterday, and we've got summer that returns in full blast next week.
Full blast with some storms.
Yep,
There we
typical
go.
pattern, right?
You know what? Let's look at the positive. And the positive here is that Sunday is National Ice Cream Day, and that was the
Best
sun
day.
on our forecast.
Exactly. It'll be a good day to get ice cream and go to that, what is it, cone crawl?
The ice cream cone crawl,
Yeah.
yes. It'll be a great day for
Yeah,
that.
chocolate shop. All right, good stuff. We're looking for some Plan Your Day videos. Savannah would love to give you a personalized forecast. All you have to do is send us a video, a picture, or an email. Share your name, where you live, say something to make us laugh. We love that. Send it our way through channel3000.com, the First One Weather app, Facebook Messenger, or email it to us.
Happening today, do you consider yourself a supper clubber? A Janesville eatery is serving up that nostalgia tonight with a healthy helping of live music. For the next 2 weeks, Bodacious is putting on their Supper Clubs sessions. That's on Fridays. You'll be able to enjoy a nostalgic menu of Supper Club staples on their riverfront patio. Local musicians will be playing there all night long, and tonight's theme is Fast Lane with music from the 70s through the 90s.
All right. Hey, Friday morning, it means it's time to see what's going on in the 608 this weekend.
And our Josh Sprider is here live in studio with your weekend planner. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Friday. Another big weekend ahead for us here in southern Wisconsin for events. Here are my 3 things to do this weekend in the 608. We start with Maxwell Street Days. Downtown Madison businesses excited for the return of the summer sidewalk sale tradition. This takes place along the full length of State Street. Folks can enjoy those deep discounts, expanded outdoor cafe dining experiences, live music, and special activities. It runs 9 to 6 every day, closing 1 hour earlier on Sunday. State Street will be closed to bus and bike traffic during these times. This is the 48th year of this event. Also happening this weekend is the Dane County Fair. This is at the Alliant Energy Center. The family-friendly event has free concerts, entertainment, and great food, of course, along with animals and adventure. The fair has a rich history dating all the way back to 1851. Finally, a unique event happening Saturday. We're talking about the 10th annual Community Firefly Hike hosted by the Get Kids Outside team. This is at Indian Lake County Park in Cross Plains from 7:30 to 10. Organizers say attendees can experience the magic of fireflies on a hot summer night in Wisconsin. For more happenings this weekend in the 608, just go to channel3000.com. And now I have to get ice cream on Sunday, apparently, because you were talking about that. Now I want ice cream.
It's ice
the
cream
law.
cone
It is.
crawl, yep.
Like I need another excuse.
And you know what? They give you the little mini ones, the little samplers. So
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it won't affect your gym routine. It
All
won't
right,
affect
all right.
anything. You can treat yourself.
That's like the one thing that I let slide, though, is like, give me all the ice cream.
All the ice
Just like-
cream, yeah. I mean, it's only 3 months out of the year. Like, might as well have it.
Gotta do it.
All right, a busy weekend.
Big time.
In Madison. You get one of those weekends where everything just kind of happens at once, and it's hard to choose what to do.
We're trying to jam it all in. That's what we're all about in Madison.
We all?
Yeah.
You said it. All right, thanks, Josh.
You bet,
Josh
guys.
is always looking for fun stuff to share in the 608. Got an idea for him? Reach out and let him know about it.
Coming up in the morning sprint, fans of Bravo and the Premier League will soon have to pay more to stream, and we'll tell you how much next.
If you have a little kid turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. 6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Today, the National Weather Service is expected to continue assessing the damage from Wednesday's severe weather. Yesterday, they rated 4 tornadoes that touched down. 3 of the tornadoes, which were spotted near Hustiford, Beaver Dam, and Mazomanie, have been rated as EF0. The tornado that touched down in Dodgeville is determined to be an EF1, and more ratings are expected to come in the next few days.
A bill to cut funding for foreign aid and public broadcasting is now headed to the president's desk. Overnight, the House passed President Trump's $9.9 billion in cuts in future spending. The cuts include the full amount for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting that they were set to receive for the next 2 years, which totals over $1 billion. More than 2/3 of that money would have gone straight to locally operated TV stations and radio stations.
New developments in the push to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. President Donald Trump has asked Attorney General Pam Bondi to get authorization from the court to release grand jury testimony in the case. Meanwhile, Trump is threatening to sue the Wall Street Journal for an article that claims he sent Epstein a body note for his 50th birthday, featuring a doodle of a naked woman.
If you're a fan of Love Island USA or Premier League, you'll have to pay more to tune in soon. Peacock is raising prices $3 for subscribers starting next week. Peacock Premium is now going to be $11, Premium Plus $17. The company's also testing out a new tier for $8 a month, which is expected to include some current NBC and Bravo seasons along with some other titles.
CBS announced the late night show with Stephen Colbert will end its run in May of 2026. The network will retire the late night show franchise, calling it purely a financial decision. In a statement, CBS parent company Paramount said Colbert and the broadcast will be remembered in the pantheon of greats that graced late night television.
Law enforcement now confirming that the body found in a car in Nebraska is Dorinda Segebret's, the Dodgeville woman who went missing this week. The suspect, 23-year-old Gavin Thompson of Dodgeville, is in custody in Nebraska, facing several charges, including first-degree intentional homicide. He led law enforcement on a high-speed chase that ended with a crash. He left the scene, and authorities then discovered the body.
Right now, an animal neglect case is underway on Madison's south side. Yesterday, police carried out a search warrant on Gilbert Road after a dog was found dead at the property. A neighbor told us that she saw 14 dogs being taken from the home alive. She also says she's reported dog fights and other incidences in the house, but police had said there's nothing that could be done. Police say there is no threat to the public.
Coldplay is playing at Camp Randall this weekend. If you're going, or just driving downtown, there are some road closures to be aware of. Parts of Monroe Street will close starting tomorrow at 8 a.m. Parts of Regent will close for approximately an hour after the concert from around 11 p.m. to midnight. You can find a full list of all the closures, including the ones around State Street for Maxwell Street Days, on channel3000.com.
Well, we're tracking the upper 70s today. Some sunshine, might see a few storms mainly west of Madison, and then overall very stormy pattern next week. And look at those temps, 90 next week on Wednesday. A hot day ahead.
All right, CBS Mornings is coming up next. Our next newscast is at noon.